added updates to Minecraft that fans from all over the internet wanted in-game. Some of them get pretty crazy. Armors are nice, but one thing nicer is command block armor. A must-have for everyone who's ever been 10 years old before. Sneaking plus right-clicking is going to pull up a litany of commands for you to then activate at a whim. Now, some of these, as you saw, are more exciting than others, but even the more simple ones are pretty awesome. For example, the armor and sword. Check out the amount of effects we have on these. And the sword is an insta-killer. Sorry. You can access the loot command to get special gems from buried treasure chests. You can summon in gobs of mobs all around you and then proceed to immediately kill all of them. You can apparently even replace the air and the sky with all the ores you could ever need. That looks cool. And now that you've ruined your seed, you can enter into God mode so that you can immediately start floating up and prepare your next seed by using, well, the new seed command as well. That's right, you can load in a new seed while you are in game. With plenty of items on hand, it's time to show you this creation. It's a new block. It's called the Scrapper, and you can actually use it to deconstruct various crafted items in game. Let me show you. All you gotta do is drop in this case a bow, and you can either get a stick or you can get string back in return. In fact, you get all 3 string back in this case. Although, if you have multiple different items you can deconstruct, you'll have to choose between one. So in this case, I'm gonna take the iron. I don't know how to feel about this next one. It's a little bit weird. It's called the Hammer, and it's as bad as it sounds. Check this thing out. It is literally a pig on a stick, but it has some pretty unique features. First and foremost, you can make it a family affair because the hammer will deal massive damage to any piglins that you happen across in your world, 2 hitting all of them. And on top of that, we can mine 3 by 3 blocks with it. I wouldn't even call it mining. It kind of looks like the pig is eating it, although, you know, looks a little painful doing it too. But let me show you something pretty interesting. We've got some pigs we're beating on here. Everything is business as usual. However, the moment you have carrots in your offense slot, did you see that? It causes massive knockback damage to any mob you happen to hit. Sorry, porkers, your day is not today. I don't even know why they're following me. There's literally their cousin hanging out on a stake in my hand. Maybe it's the carrots. But it gets even better because when you have carrots in your offhand slot, you will also have an improved mining ability. Now you can eat up a 5 by 5 by 5 area of land. Doesn't matter if it's dirt, doesn't matter if it's stone, the pig will eat anything. And actually, fun fact, that is how they used to clean up villages back in the olden days. They would run herds of pigs through town to eat up all the trash. Delicious. Best of all though, with carrots in your offhand, piglins are now a 1-hit. This item is every cheater's dream. It's the ore detector, and it's the closest thing we've ever seen in game to an amazing X-ray tool. Looks pretty cool too. It costs coal to use, but check it out. The moment you use it, it will highlight any ores that happen to be within the local vicinity of your surroundings. Whether it's emeralds, iron, coal, gold, you got it all. It'll even detect rare ores such as diamond or the rarest of all, copper. And as mentioned, it goes down very, very deep. I mean, look at those coal down there. For the cost of 1 coal, you can get more than 1 coal. Sweet. Best of all, it even works in the deepest parts of your Minecraft world, so no diamonds will be able to escape your ability to detect them. This one's a new take on a classic. It's the Incinerator Pickaxe, although this one's got something a little special about it. First of all, it looks interesting, put it that way, but more importantly, this one requires a little bit of a warm-up. You'll note here as we mine this copper that it's not being smelted. That's because we need to let this pickaxe heat up a little bit. And once you've mined enough blocks, then you'll start smelting any ores you happen across. And also you'll catch on fire, but you know, details. However, once your pickaxe is nice and heated, you are ready to go. It will continue to keep that heat across your mining session. There are ways to cool down, which we'll get to right now, basically, which is jumping in water. Nah, just kidding. We decided we wanted to break the laws of physics and have a fire underwater. You know, it's a video game. Y'all can deal with it. I'm curious, can we get ourselves some, well, okay, it's not heated up just yet, so we are getting raw pork chop for our trouble here. However, once you mine a few more ores, blocks to get the pickaxe heated up once again, you'll be ready to take on pigs and get yourself a nice cooked meal. It's still raw pork chop. Well, I need to go talk to the dev. Okay, so this item is the lightning rod helmet, and it is cool, which isn't shocking. Or is it? If you sneak long enough with the lightning rod helmet on your head, you will be charged with lightning, and you can use it to strike lightning elsewhere. Now, it's got more application than just scaring meteorologists. You can use it to defend yourself as well. Sorry, guys, not today. Now, of course, it wouldn't be helpful if it couldn't also be used to charge any nearby creepers. Now you can get player heads easier than ever. And also, you can torment creepers, which, frankly, I've never known to be a bad idea. And of course, it's not just the creepers you can transform. Villagers go into witches, pigs go into piglins as well. You can even use it against the Ender Dragon to get the all-time speedrun record for your game. Nice. I should mention, though, that even though you're taking time to harness the power of lightning, it can still kill you, so be careful. The internet's a strange place, and so it's no shock that someone wanted us to add hot chips into Minecraft. Needless to say, it works as you might expect. You immediately get caught on fire, and you start moving really fast because you're on fire. Thankfully, you can, well, I guess you can extinguish yourself. Well, you can break the laws of physics using hot chips, which is really what it's all about. Now, Minecraft has an extensive history of borrowing from already existing mobs, such as skeletons and zombies, to make new types of mobs. And so what we have here are sunken skeletons, which are an offshoot of the regular skeletons. If you happen to see a skeleton appear in game and they get stuck underwater, after enough time, easy does it, buddy, they will turn into the new sunken skeleton variant. So sit tight, my friend. I gotta use the bathroom. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. That's about how long it takes. What? I had to go. To turn the skeleton into a sunken skeleton. Now, the sunken skeleton has a pretty unique feature about him. He will hit you with arrows that give you mining fatigue. One of the only places you can encounter arrows that have mining fatigue effect enchanted on them, or, attached to them, whatever it's called. Sunkens are most commonly found around sunken ships that spawn in the oceans in Minecraft. So, if you're looking to collect a bunch of these specially enchanted, I'm just gonna call them enchanted arrows, then this is the place to do it. The arrows don't work that well underwater. That's pretty funny looking, actually. But hey, it makes enough sense. Although you've got other things to worry about, like getting enough water so that you don't drown. Okay, let's get to the surface. Now, we already have a few zombie variants in game, but why not one more? This is the bog zombie, which is another type of zombie variant found traversing across your Minecraft worlds, particularly in swamps or, bogs, those areas that are new, like they're called marshes. Check this puppy out. Still burns in the day, has a really cool texture, but does something quite unique upon dying. Check this out. Well, actually, probably don't want to check it out because it can deal massive damage to you. Namely, the bog, upon death, will explode around you, giving the player any sort of nausea and poison that they would typically be trying to avoid. It only lasts about 10 seconds, but when you're not in creative, it can deal some serious damage. Not only do they deal effect damage, but something else happens when they explode. If I can hit them. Upon killing a bog, they will also destroy all of the grass blocks around them, turning them to dirt. And the only way you can prevent them from exploding is to not kill them at all. So if you see them spawning and you enjoy your grass blocks, I'd venture you stay away. New mobs oftentimes bring new drops. We've decorated this one up to show you the zombie arm. Okay, so this zombie arm's got a really unique effect once you have one in hand, or, arm. There's a joke in there somewhere. Place a couple of these puppies down and they will instantly grab any hostile mob that happens to be nearby them until they die. It's a little grotesque, but hey, it's zombie arms. Now, they won't pick up the drops of these mobs, so they could be used to effectively create mob grinders. Although you probably want to make them for things that are a little bit better than zombie flesh. Oh, look, he stared at me as he was dying. That was a little sad. Check it out, by the way. Your arm becomes a zombie arm when you're holding it. Nice little effect there. You don't actually become strong enough to enter creative mode, but details. Now, as mentioned, they are particularly rare, but if you happen to get enough zombie arms, you can use them as a serious base defense. This is quite a lot of bogs here we have, and more importantly, I think it's going to be enough arms to take care of business here. So check this out. With enough effort, you can have your entire surroundings coated with the undead. I don't think I placed enough. Okay, well, maybe, oh boy, well, they're exploding, so I might be in a little bit of trouble here. So for all you combat enthusiasts out there, we've got some special recipes that allow you to make a new weapon type. It's known as the Ballista, and it is used for ranged attacks. It has its own type of ammo, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. First of all, check out what this puppy looks like. A lot of geo, looks pretty cool, has the arrow already loaded, and it comes with a pretty sweet feature. We've got a lineup of husks right here. But first, you'll see that by using the Ballista, it works as intended. It moves very quickly though, shooting that arrow at rapid pace. It does have a very slow reloading time that you're not in any control of, so you'll only be able to use the Ballista when loaded. But once it is, you can cause some serious damage with it. Ballista's gonna be your best, well, we have a survivor. Ballista's gonna be your best friend in clearing out mobs very quickly, as it pierces through all of them without the need of a piercing enchantment. So you can grab all the experience and the zombie flesh that you need. I do want to speak to the recipes of the Ballista though, as well as the ammo. So you need a lot of logs and a lot of iron. You're also gonna need bones instead of sticks in order to make the ammo for this thing, as it's better at piercing, or that's what we're saying. Now for any players interested in bringing new life into Minecraft at very low cost, we've got our friends over here. They're known as the hay golems. They're pretty similar in terms of structure to an iron golem, but at any rate, you only need hay. Well, and you need a carved pumpkin. Don't worry, by the way, I'll explain the parrot and chicken eggs in just a little bit here. All you need to do is set up hay as you normally would an iron block. Once you've done that, you'll just place a pumpkin on top as you would, and you've got a brand new hay golem, equipped with a plaid flannel and everything. I'm not gonna ask any questions, but this hay golem's got some interesting features that an iron golem doesn't normally have. These parrot and chicken spawn eggs become the hay golem's best friend. In all likelihood, they're probably just hungry, but hey, I've had people follow me around for food before, and sometimes it feels good to be validated. Oh, look at this, they're trying to perch on him. Oh, hey, you guys, you're missing by a few blocks, my friends. Now, not everyone is friendly to the hay golem, and the hay golem is not friendly to everyone else. One feature that the hay golems have that the iron golems do not is they will cause nearby hostile mobs to actively flee from the hay golem. Come on, buddy, you're almost there. Oh, no, he didn't stand a chance. So these hay golems almost act like scarecrows as well. And on top of all of that, they will keep phantoms at bay, preventing any phantoms that happen to be around from landing in the local vicinity. If a player's out too long and they've caused phantoms to spawn in, you can rest assured that they won't be biting you anytime there's a hay golem around. And stay out. Nice comment. Accessories have historically been a key feature in all sorts of movies and video games as a source of power. But we've got the flaming gauntlet here to really pack a serious punch. Part of another glove set that we'll get to in a little bit. For now, the flaming gauntlet is capable of, well, fire flame. You can use it to set off fires as well as to shoot out meteors that explode on contact. And we can use this against a couple threats to witness the power. It won't always set mobs on fire, but the closer the mobs get to you as you're using the flaming gauntlet, the higher a chance the mobs do catch on fire. And that is besides its explosive meteor capability that you can use against these suckers as well. Now, mobs aren't the only thing this glove can delete though. You can actually aim the meteor at water blocks in order to extinguish them. Total and instant dehydration. So I want to take this to its logical conclusion. If we can delete water blocks, there's a chance we can use this gauntlet to breathe. Yep, oh, check it out. Look at my water bubble meter down there. We can delete blocks to actually breathe underwater. All you have to do is not mind constant explosions, and you should be able to live down there with the salmon. Though, I don't necessarily think that they appreciate it either. Okay, this next one is very pun-worthy, so I'm gonna do my best to behave myself. The frozen gauntlet, this one is pretty cool. Okay, I barely lasted. Anyways, what you can use this frozen gauntlet for is in contrast with the flaming gauntlets. Check this out. You can instantly cause layers of snow to appear wherever you are in your world, as well as having a really cool particle effect that you can see in practice here against some actual enemies. On top of them getting caught in the snow and slowing down, you can also deal slowness to piglins while punching. Hey, easy does it, man. If you use the frozen gauntlet while you punch them, they'll also be hit with a slowness effect. Now, the snow... Oh, Well, I guess the snow also turns piglins into zombie piglins, shaking down to the cold in their bones. The snow will eventually dissipate and melt, as you just saw there, and eventually the completely frozen status of the nearby mobs will wear off too. So have your gauntlet ready to refreeze them so that you can have some nice pigsicles. And a quick shout out to the fact that you can use the frozen gauntlet to turn lava into obsidian and put out fires. So we already have the Totem of Undying in game. This is a new type of totem. Great suggestion. It's called the Totem of Redirection, and it allows you to take any negative status effects that you incur in-game and apply them to any nearby threats. So we've got a husk or two here. We've got some wither roses around. I was able to successfully transfer the wither effect I got by stepping on those flowers to all the nearby hostile mobs. And you can use this across the board, whether it's the wither effect as you saw, or even the hunger effect that the husk just gave to us. Just use the totem to transfer the effect over. Now it does have durability. You can see down here that we are losing the amount of uses that this totem has. That's particularly important to know, because if you don't have any negative effects around, the Totem of Redirection instead will cause any passive or ally mobs nearby to be hit with regen. This can quickly become your best friend in the event of a raid, for example, where your iron golems become walloped by the nearby pillagers. Instead, you can use the redirection to apply a healing effect to them, keeping them safe. This one's a great idea for all of you eligible bachelors and bachelorettes out here who like willing their love onto people. It's the love potion, and you can use it to force things to be in love with each other, which is kind of dark really when you think about it, but it's a video game, so I'm not going to look into it so much. Simply use the love potion, which you can get from witches, by the way, as a new drop, to get them going. No longer do you need wheat, as well as recovery time, apparently, because you'll start getting clones, little baby versions, of all of the mobs in game, and in quick order, no less. Check it out, even the pandas are ready. Normally they're a little pickier, let's say. Okay, here's the beautiful thing though. It also works on hostile mobs. So for the first time, you can actually take a look at some baby skeletons in game. Baby zombies, not necessarily anything new, but man, these guys are just raring to go. I guess they've never been able to use the breeding function before. I don't blame them for going to town. This is so weird to talk about in a video game. Anyways, look, it's a family affair. A little cramped in there, but hey, they're all undead. It's probably ethical. Now, one thing to note about these baby creatures, they don't actually pose any threat to you, the player. If something, unfortunate were to happen to this creeper family, you could rest assured that you'd be able to abduct the baby and take it as your own without it ever betraying you. I'm sorry, man, this is just the way the world works sometimes. I'd like to mention that even the more unique mobs, such as the Warden, are capable of having offspring now with the love potion. Hey, well, that was quick. Oh, twins, goodness gracious. Quadruplets even. So yeah, now you can have one of the most heinous menaces that Minecraft has ever experienced in an update in baby form. This isn't threatening at all. Maybe we could start a riot of some sort. Wouldn't that be convenient? Passive animals just kind of hanging out. Meanwhile, over here, we're having fun. Summer of love. Come on now. Hey, they say love is pain. I don't know what to tell you. The Ender Dragons are no exception. Pretty sure you're witnessing for one of the first times ever the official Ender Dragon mating ritual. Oh yeah, look at them, they're all synced up and stuff. Gentlemen, this is why you all need to learn to dance. Be very important down the road. With any luck though, this should lead to a slight change compared to the other mobs. You get a dragon egg instead of a baby dragon. We didn't want to go overboard with, what you get. So, anyways. For the player who's tired of walking around their vast Minecraft worlds, our next creation is the perfect fit. It's known as the Telelanterns add-on, and it's available for Minecraft Bedrock as a download. You can use it to fast travel from dimension to dimension or from area to area in your world. With over 16 million lantern color combinations and multiplayer and pet compatibility, you should go ahead and purchase it right now. Also, my team made this, and this was my comment suggestion. suggestion, so it might be just a little bit biased, but you know. Mining blocks can be very tedious, which is why this next comment has suggested something a little easier. The drill suit is something that can be worn on your back to take care of most mining for you. All you need to do is, you look like Doc Ock from Spider-Man, first of all, but all you need to do is walk around and watch as blocks break in front of you. Doesn't matter if it's dirt, stone, ancient mine shafts built by civilizations long foregone. Just destroy it. You can deal with the ramifications later. YouTubers beware, there's a new type of breaking through 100 layers of things challenge, and it uses the drill suit. Even obsidian does not compare against your Doc Ock outfit. Now, while it can't break water blocks, it can break blocks that happen to be in water. So all you need to do is swim around to build underwater caverns on a whim. That is pretty sweet. Okay, this comment was either from the biggest Super Smash Brothers fan, or maybe the biggest Metal Gear Solid fan, or maybe just the biggest cardboard box fan. It's a cardboard box, and not only can you use it, I'm gonna need this sword. Not only can you use it as an accessory in-game by actually wearing it on your back, but it comes with a pretty unique feature outside of that. Hold on, I just want to model for you for a second. Sneaking with it on is where it gets more impressive though, as you are instantly hidden underneath the cardboard box. Let's show off the cardboard box in action. You might still need to jump up to, anyways, look at this. The husk does not care that we happen to be nearby. Might have something to do with the fact that they don't have any brains, so don't worry. I've got a better example of it in practice here in this woodland mansion. All right, pillagers, don't mind me sneaking through. Okay, maybe we can go ahead and catch up here. Oh, easy. Look at that. Instantly, the cardboard box. Instantly, the cardboard box vanquishes any threats nearby. Now, if you want to emerge from the cardboard box, you do that at your own behest, because they will start chasing you as you run by them. But all to say, you can use this to get around even the most dangerous of circumstances. Like, you know, when the pillagers put lava pools in the middle of their wooden houses. Maybe these guys don't have brains either? Well, I don't feel as bad then about robbing them dirty. Diamond, nice, thank you. To be young again. Taking this to its logical conclusion, we've got the warden here. And I swung a punch-in on him and snuck inside, and he just decided to leave us alone. What an idiot. Hey, warden, you suck. Believe it or not, this comment did not come from the dead social media platform known as Vine, but maybe some of the inspiration did. It's the Vine chestplate, and you can use it as a defensive armor piece in-game, because the moment you sneak with the Vine chestplate, you have a special ability to grow vines wherever it is you are standing. So we'll give a nice sneak here, and just like that, we've got vines growing wherever we want. Now you can combine this with the, if I could climb, it's been a little bit since I've had PE class. You can combine making these vines show up in tandem with any hostile enemies that happen to be nearby you in game to have a quick means to get the upper hand on them. Hey, look, I'm taller, well, I'm trying to, look, hey, look, I'm taller than you. Come on, I'm taller than you. Okay, well, it's not that useful for that, but it does have other uses. You can use it to climb 2 blocks high. It does have limitations. We don't want it to be the most powerful thing in the world. Before ascending up the Mountain of Destiny, however, it's important to show off another feature of the Vine chestplate, which is its ability to regenerate in the vein. We're getting roughed up by these guys a little bit, so I can give you an example of this in practice. And stay out. Now, as you can see here, the durability's gone down on the Vine chestplate a little bit, but the moment we set it to be rainy, you can see that the armor has completely healed itself. The only downside to the Vine chestplate armor, however, is the fact that it is still not good at helping you parkour. So, you're gonna need to reach this bell yourself, or you can just click it by subscribing. This comment has left us with an item that's a little bit more out there than we've made thus far. It's a special item known as a counter, and you can use it to, well, above all other things, count. You see a little status indicator that pops up on your screen there, red arrows, and in this case, a 0. Now, we can actually count using the counter by sneaking in-game or by right-clicking in-game. So in this case, we are now causing the counter to go up. The key key here is if you align the counter number to match the amount of hostile mobs nearby, then proceeding to drop the counter will cause all of those mobs to die, which is a little overpowered, but look, there's a smiley face on the screen, so it's okay. Activating the counter with the wrong number, though, can have some pretty upsetting side effects, but we'll show those in just a little bit. Now, as we get an effective head count on our pillager outpost here, we'll be able to clear the way. But again, you're not going to want to count things like non-hostile mobs. That sheep over there, we don't count towards the 5. If you do count it, it won't kill your pillagers. In fact, getting the number wrong is deadly. Here we are in the end dimension with more Endermen than I have eyes to be able to count, and I can now speak to the worst part of the counter. You can set the counter number to any amount, and upon dropping it, as mentioned, it will kill any and all mobs nearby. But if you get the number wrong, it will kill you instead. So we're just raising this number up to okay, well, why don't we just use it really? Yes, it will kill you, so just make sure you get the number right, or you're in big trouble. Any unfortunate bovine friends of ours that happen their way into the deep dark dimension will not be treated kindly. I mean, they might be being treated kindly, depends on if you'd like a new total makeover. Any unfortunate bovine Betsies that find their way into the deep dark will instantly be converted into this comment suggestion, which is the Scouker. It's got some pretty cool upsides, but it will start charging you instantly, transforming any blocks nearby it into skulk blocks, as well as trying to damage you the whole way through. Now, you can kill it for regular meat. It doesn't drop anything special in terms of eating, but you may have seen you can get a nice drink from it. Allow me to highlight that once again. Using a glass bottle on a Scouker will get you Bottles O' Enchanting. Portable experience. Now, this cow doesn't seem to mind it, although, we are in creative mode, so some of that may be at play. A little overpowered for my taste, but hey, sometimes the milk tastes a little bit sweeter when there's a bunch of green, round things floating around in it. The Wither Rose Staff is quite a powerful magical device. You can use it to not only look really cool, because the moment you activate this power, you do look really cool. You get floating skulls that appear around you, but more importantly, those skulls can be used for your benefit because they will deal wither damage to any mobs that are caught within the trajectory of the skulls, and they will transfer the damage dealt to you as healed health, including against wither skeletons. So check this out. Getting closer to them will cause a crazy particle effect to play, where it saps any health you may be down. We're gonna raise the stakes with the Wither Rose Staff a little bit. With heavy poison and surrounded by mobs attacking me, this Wither Rose Staff is still capable of keeping me alive. Look, I'm not even running. Okay, well now you can stay alive almost guaranteed if you've got enough nasty mobs trying to attack you. You can even use it as an effective type of ranged projectile for any Endermen that are nearby. Simply run this and they don't reach you. Well, not consistently at least. Plus, you heal past it, so really it's just terrifying, but it works. Now, this is the first in terms of suggestions we've collected from. This adds in a new type of game mechanic known as fear. Essentially, during the night, if you haven't slept for a while and you go under 3 hearts remaining of health, you are hit with the fear effect, which will cause the area around you to, from time to time, elicit the darkness effect, essentially blinding you as you move around. But on top of that, you'll occasionally hear the sounds of hostile mobs that may be right around the corner, not the gas probably, but that may be right around the corner. Whereas it may not be a real mob at all. You'll never know when you're under the fear effect, which is why you'll want to escape from it as quickly as possible, or at least as quickly as that skeleton is running from that wolf. Well, I should say one way to remove the fear effect. The other fear effect is a little bit easier I thought there was a creeper there. A little bit easier depending on your circumstance. If you happen to sleep in a bed, well, you'll be cleared of your fear effect. So this is doubly dangerous for any players who don't like sleeping because they already have to deal with the phantoms. Now you'll never know if you're also dealing with a nearby creeper or not. It's not the best of deals, so either sleep, get back to full health, or die, which will remove your fear, but you died, so That's lame. An age-old suggestion that made too much sense to put together. It is a growth potion. We've got a nominal cityscape here, and nothing bad's gonna happen to it, I promise. No, it's gonna be destroyed. The potion of growth will allow you to grow up to 6 times your normal player height in-game. We'll go in creative so we can have a few different sips of it, but check this out. It is instantaneous growth. And on top of that, you get your health tripled. So now you can feel all high and mighty in your world. Not only that though, you can actually use the potion of growth to deal block damage when sprinting around. So those trees never stood a chance. Now there's 2 other really cool benefits. The first one is you look awesome inside of your inventory screen. I mean, look at the size of me here. I'm practically trying to break out. The second cool feature though is you can cause absolute destruction on any innocent bystanders, which is my personal favorite thing to do as a giant. So with a nice sprinting head start, you can make everyone's life way, way worse. Oh, I didn't do that good a job. There we go, some real carnage. I think we're dealing damage to the poor husks as well. Yeah, pretty sure I just bounced on the head of one. Oh, well now I'm normal size. It's time to walk away. Rather than husks, I figured someone more worthy of absolute destruction is probably the villagers, because these guys have awful trades, and I honestly don't feel bad about burning this place down every single time I run across it in game. In fact, where's the iron golem? I need to give him a piece of my mind. See? Now I'm the bigger one, fool. I wonder if he could deal any damage to me. Where'd he go? There. Oh, whoa. Wow, he's still got some serious knockback on him, but I'm not particularly threatened by... Oh, well. That pesky thing of shrinking back to normal size. Cold tundras have received an update thanks to this comment, and by cold tundra, I mean an area we set up to look like it came from a cold tundra. So we could show you the Yeti, as well as to grab the Yeti snack, the cod. We'll get to that in just a little bit. For now, though, you have a chance of seeing Yetis that spawn in your game, and they are capable of damage, but they'll generally leave you alone if they see that you've got their favorite snack in your hand. In this case, we can approach the Yeti calmly and maybe give him a little bite to eat. Let's see here. Yes, just confirming on the sign before I approach this beast. Giving the Yeti a raw cod will cause it to be passive for you. Well, at least for 10 seconds time, in which case it has forgotten that you are the one that fed it, because it, despite its big head, it has the tiniest of brains, and will start going back to its normal behavior of consistently attacking you by throwing snow blocks at you, which will cause a freeze effect if you happen to be struck by one. So, come prepared for a snowball fight if you left your fish at home. Now, in theory, Yetis would normally be found atop mountainous, snowy regions in your Minecraft world, and they would come in packs. So, if you don't have your fish, be prepared to be buried by an onslaught of these blocks that will eventually kill you if they don't freeze you to death. What a backdrop to die within, huh? For the Assassin's Creed fan out there, this comment should bring you some serious joy. It combines the best of Enderman with the best of ruthless killing. It's the Ender Dagger, and you can use it to stealthily, well, kind of, stealthily kill any mobs that you set your crosshairs upon. No, literally. If you put your crosshair on a given mob, it will highlight them for a potential teleportation. And if you right-click with one highlighted, you'll teleport behind them. Hold on. Yes, confirmed. You can teleport behind them and deal an instant killing blow. And it's got a pretty sizable teleport range as well. I mean, this is not no amount of blocks. Doesn't work super far out, otherwise that'd be a little bit too overpowered. But, you know, when we're talking about instant kills, you know, we've already transcended overpowered worries. And naturally, as you might expect, you can in fact use it, get back here, to kill the Ender Dragon. Otherwise, that'd be the point, right? In one of the more interesting item combinations we've put together here, we have the Portal Hammer. This can be used to inflict a certain type of doom that I've not usually seen in Minecraft on any foes hit by the blunt side of it. Any mobs will have knockback applied to them, and upon landing from their knockback, a teleport portal appears and takes them to the Nether for an assumed lava bath. It makes for some pretty interesting battle environments where if you've got enough of a horde on you, you can absolutely uglify your world. So anyone that doesn't like enjoying an aesthetic Minecraft experience will love the Portal Hammer. By the way, the portal actually works, so if you were trying to get a fast travel to the Nether using a Portal Hammer, well, you're in luck. Just kill a nearby chicken. And going to the Nether, you can see all the mobs that have stacked up here since we sent them. It's pretty cool, I'd say. It looks like you can send them back as well. Well, one of my favorite comments. Now, you may have seen us messing with a witch earlier on in the video. Now we've got an actual reason to. We can get a witch's hat from witches, and it's got a pretty cool effect, but first, let me show you how to get one. As it's not dropped by normal witches. Only witches that were originally villagers that turned into witches by being struck by lightning are capable of dropping the witch's hat. So come prepared with your lightning rod helmet. But hat in hand, we can show you the powers. Well, really, hat on head is what I meant to say. Upon wearing the witch's hat, any potions that you drink in-game will automatically gain an extra strength level to them. So this is just a plain potion of strength. We should get strength 1, but you hear that witch's cackle and you'll see that our strength effect applied was strength 2. Or in this case, our potion of swiftness level 1 turns into a potion of swiftness with a level 2 speed effect. You can even be a negative effect here, like the potion of slowness or even the potion of poison. As long as you're wearing the hat, you're gonna get walloped. Why don't I hand these effects over to our zombie friends, or husks, whatever, instead. It looks better on you. Now we've got another armor creation to show off for y'all. It's the Ghostly Cloak, and it can be used to phase through 1 block wide gaps in your world. Or rather, not gaps, but walls and ceilings. Putting this Ghostly Cloak on will enable you to do that very thing. We've got an example bridge set right here, but rather than use the ladder initially, I'm gonna play a little bit of a game instead. I feel like Harry Potter doing this. Look at that. You walk right into the brick wall and you phase through the other side. But the perfect area to navigate through nether fortresses at a very moment's notice, grabbing all sorts of goodies on the way. If you're ever beset by a horde of zombies heading through your village, you can now be a coward with total safety. Just run through the wall instead. You can even wake up the villagers if you want. Let's see, where did they go? I think we threw off the scent. Yeah, they didn't even notice I'm here anymore. Oh, okay, well now they caught me. Best part of all, it works on ceilings as well. Well, I mean, other than breaking your knees, you can even use it to go up and down in game. Not bad. No longer do you actually need to line up your shots trying to sneak through a fence. You could just be lazy and jump through the bottom with this armor as well. And yeah, I think I'll just break you guys out because you don't have the armor. I hate to break it to you because I broke it. Anyway, so those were all the comments turned into amazing features. Feel free to leave us some more, and maybe some of your comments can come to life in Minecraft.